Yeah. Okay, hi
Hello.
everyone. How are you doing, guys?
Hi, Shank. Doing good. What about you?
Hi.
Yeah, hi. I'm good too. So, welcome, guys, to day two of our class. Yesterday, we have started with the ACI course, right? And today, we're gonna continue it. So, those people who joining it for the first time, my name is Shank, and I will be the instructor for this course. And I'm triple CCI, CCI certified in routing, switching, service provider, and data center. Okay, so how many people are new today? Can you please provide me your introduction, your name, location, your current role, and what is your expectation from this course? And it on the new people who joined it for the first time today.
Hi, this is Anil here,
Yeah, hi.
Senior IT Manager for a mining company called Ivanhoe Mines.
Mhm.
I have joined from Democratic Republic of Congo.
Okay, hi, Anil.
Hi.
Welcome. Okay, who's next? Okay, so seems like other people's already attended it, right? So, guys, about this course. So yesterday I already talked about the course. You guys can go on the NetworkJourney portal or the page over which you will have the SDWAN orchestration page, where we used to start with ACI course, okay, and then after this we're gonna do with the SDWAN. So there are two different courses as a part of the combo course which we're gonna do, okay. So apart from that, I'm gonna start it with the topic, and then we're gonna uh, do the Q&A session in the last 15 minutes. Okay. So yeah, Ajit, I hope you able. There's an issue on your side because everyone else is able to hear me. Right? My sound is clear, guys. Right?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna start with where we left yesterday. So we have covered why ACI, right? Yesterday, what is the hardware options for your spine leads? Where we was discovering the epic, right? The options for the epic and discussing about the option host. Can you please give me the access to share the screen? Thank you. Okay, great. So I hope you guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, guys. So yesterday we talked about the things. Now we're gonna discuss about the epic redundancy today. So I told you guys like there is a requirement of minimum 3 epics. Okay, which is Cisco recommend, and all these three is gonna be in your active state. Okay, what happens if you add more than 3 epics? So rest epics will go into the standby state after 3. Okay, so if you add 5 or 7, then it's gonna be go to your standby state. The recommendation is to have the epic in the odd numbers. We're gonna discuss why this recommendation is there. Okay, so even number is not recommended like 4 and 6. So 3, 5, and 7 epic is recommended to be a part of the active cluster. So when any of your active epic goes down, your standby epic is can be promoted to the epic as active epic. Okay, and your all the epics is gonna hold the configuration. Okay, and when you do the software upgrade, it's gonna do one by one. Okay, so first up epic is gonna be upgrade, then second, then third. Okay, like that. If you are having 5, then it's gonna go with the order. Okay, after that, what I have told you, like your epic is connected to the leaf, right? So there is a leaf where your epic is gonna be connect. So for example, this is leaf 1, this is leaf 2. So it is gonna be connected to your 2 different leaves. Okay, now there is a card. Okay, so this is connection is gonna goes from a card where it is having the nicks. Okay, mostly it is gonna be 10 base T, which is a copper nick. Okay, of 10 gig, for which your connection goes to the leaves. Okay, and this connection is active standby automatically. Okay, there is no configuration that you need to do. Automatically, it is going to be active standby connection. So if one link fails, it's going to take over the another one. Also, your epic is going to having the out of band port. So now let's discuss about what are the different ports you are having on your epic. Okay, because first time when you configure it, when you put it, you will have the you need to configure is as per the different ports you are having. So for example, if this is your C series server, okay, so epic is your C series server. Yesterday I told you as well. So you will have a VIC card, okay, whether you will have 2 ports or 4 ports, it depends on the VIC card model. Okay, your VIC card stands for virtual interface card. Okay, and it is having different ports. Okay, which is going to go to your leaves. By if you are having 4, then you're going to make it only 2 ports. You're going to put it with the 2 different leaves. Okay, then you will have a SMC port. So SMC port is Cisco Integrated Management Controller port, which is going to gives you, even if your epic goes down, this is the port by which you can access your epic. Okay, so this is going to be your 1 gig port, which is connected to your router band network. Okay, then you are having a console port. So console port is direct connectivity, like what you are having it in your normal devices, traditional devices, same way. You will have a console port. Okay, and then you are having the out of band ports. Okay, so these are gonna be your out of band management ports, which it goes to your out of band switch network. So whatever is your out of band switch of the network, it goes it to there. I hope you guys know what is out of band and what is in band management. So these are the different ports you will have in the Epic. Okay, so initially when you start it for the first time, you're gonna connect it with the console. Okay, and you're gonna configure your initial process or initial this initial questions, whatever it is there. There is interactive options which will give you to configure it. Okay, so initial configuration, you're gonna do it. After that, whatever the IP you need to give it on management interface, whatever the IP stuff you need to give, you need to configure it. Okay, there is no IP connected on this big ports. Okay, these big ports are the L2 ports. These are not L3 ports. So again, this is used for your configuration, replication, and all that stuff. Okay, management things. Then once you configure your out-of-band management network, you're gonna access your epics via the out-of-band network. Okay, so this is how you're gonna do it. So anyone having any doubt, any question till this part?
Hi Shank, one question.
Mhm.
See, you are telling this out of if we have four data port also, we have to use two only, one as active and one as a standby.
Which where?
This data port, we told have four port week. If we have four also,
Mhm.
we'll be using two only, one for active, one for
Yes,
standby.
we use only two.
Okay.
Okay, any other question, guys?
Shank, you are referring we can do a ether channeling over here on the WIC ports.
Mm.
Is my understanding correct? We can do the ether channeling here. We can use all the four ports, or how that is.
So it is gonna be ether channel. You can configure automatically. It's gonna be configured, but it is for the two ports. Okay, two ports in one channel, two ports in another channel.
So means two WIC cards. We need to have two WIC cards. Is that?
No. In the big, see, it depends. If you are having 12 something, okay, 1255 or 1225, then this WIC is having two ports. If you are having a WIC card with a 1455 or something like that, you will have four ports in that way.
Okay.
So if we do ether channel also, then it should be connected to single leaf, I guess, right? Because we cannot connect it to two leaves.
So again, that is why out of four ports, from the first, second port, you need to connect only one port to the leaf, and then from the rest, third and fourth, you need to connect it to the another leaf.
No. For example, if we plan to do LACP or ether channel, then both cables should go to the single leaf, right? Because leaves are not interconnected, right?
So that is what I'm telling you. For example, if you are having four different ports, so leaf one, leaf two. Okay. Although these port is going to be in the ether channel, but one we're going to use only one port to connect to the one leaf. Okay, so this is going to be one and this is going to be one. Okay, and by default, it is automatically as a part of port channel. So again, you don't need to configure anything else.
So is it if I take it from port number 1 and port number 2, will that not work? I need to how that is I have to choose only 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Is that?
Yes. So you need to choose from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, 1 and 2 represents, if you see it in the, there is a command to see it, then it's gonna represent 2 by 1, 2 by 2, like that.
So that mean on the leaf side, we don't need to configure something VPC or something like that, or
No, nothing. You don't need to configure anything on the leaf side. Okay, automatically it's gonna do your job.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So
And
What is
CIMC.
CIMC port for?
sorry, which
What's
port?
the CIMC port for?
So CIMC is a light out management port. So it is used to access your epic in case if it is down. Okay, so still it has some internal power which is through which it can use it. Okay, so for your management purpose or internal configuration, you can check it up through that. Okay, just to see what happens and all that stuff. Right now, even I think from the latest models, they're gonna remove this port. So it is no longer there.
just to go over, I think we just want to clear. You know where you've got the 4 ports and you've got 1 port in the ether channel going to leaf 1 and 1 port on the other one leaf 2. But the other port, which is in the one going to leaf 1, you've got 1 port connected and another one. Is that not connected? Is that just there but not connected directly to a leaf?
So let me show you the diagram. Just give me a second, then you will be clear about that.
Okay, thank you.
So Shank, you are telling by default 1 and 2 are ether channel from the server, I mean hardware level only, and 3 and 4 are in bundle like that, right?
Mhm. Okay, so this is basically a WIC card. How they are showing it here, just a second. This is internal structure, so we not worry about internal structure. Okay, so number 9. Okay, number 9 is your big card 1455 with external 10 to 10 gig or 25 gig Ethernet port. Means these are the different 4 ports. Okay, so you can read it here like port 1 and 2 is one pair. Okay, so port number 1 and 2 is going to be one pair corresponding to ETH 2 by 1 on Epic. Okay, and port 3 and 4 is another pair corresponding to ETH 2 and 2. Only one connection is allowed from each pair. For example, you can connect one cable to either port 1 or port 2 and connect another cable from port number 3 and 4. Okay, please do not connect 2 cables on any pair. Okay, so this is what you need to do. And this goes to a different team. So one cable from port number 1 and 2, one cable from port number 3 and 4.
What's the reason for that? So other port doesn't stay connected, is it just there? If it ever goes down number 1, you connect it. Number 2, is that the reason or?
So again, I need to also see the reason. Okay, but this is what the recommendation is.
I understand that point. It just doesn't make sense having 4 ports and if you only
yes,
one.
that is why, that is how even that is how they configure the 4 ports from left to right. But again, we need to find the reason and all that stuff. So I will also check it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. So let me reshare just a second. Okay, so next topic that we need to see is your epic sharding concept. So what is going to happen is all the configuration that you're going to do, it is going to stored in the epics, okay, and all the services which are running, which you are doing, are organized in a database manner. Okay, so each service is gonna store in a concept which is known as shard. Okay, so what is gonna happen is your ACI is gonna create 32 shards of your configuration. So your whole configuration is gonna be divided into basically 32 parts, you can say. Okay, and each shard is gonna then replicate it 3 times. So what is gonna happen is you are having a epic 1, okay, epic 2, epic 3. So whole configuration is gonna be divided into total number of 32 shards. Okay, and then it's gonna be replicated to your epics. Okay, now what is gonna happen is for each shard, okay, so let's assume that this is number, let me write it here. This is my shard number 1. Okay, this is my shard number 1 in all of my 3 epics. So for each shard, what is gonna happen is there is gonna be a leader and it is gonna be a follower. 2 is gonna be, so there are total 2 followers, excuse me, and 1 leader. Okay, so for shard 1, for example, your epic 1 is gonna be a leader. Okay, for shard 2, maybe your epic 2 is gonna be leader and this is gonna be a follower. Okay, so this is how what is gonna happen is at random, your epics is gonna be decided based on the internal algorithm. This is not configurable. Okay, you cannot control this. So automatically they're gonna decide which epic is gonna be leader for each shard. Okay, and they're gonna be a followers for that. So this is how the whole configuration is replicated. Okay, and done. So now what is gonna happen is, for example, your epic 1 goes down. So your epic 1 goes down. So whatever shards, it is the leader. Okay, for example, it is the leader for your shard number 1, for shard number 20, for shard number 25. For example, these 3 shards, it is the leader. So what is gonna happen is it will now your epic 2 and 3 is gonna decide the new leader for those shards. Okay, so automatically they're gonna select one of epic as a leader for those shards. Okay, so this is how your clustering is gonna happen, okay, into the epic. Now the end result of this is, that is why the reason that why they select the 3 epics, and what is going to happen is, now if one of your epic is down, so your 2 epics are up. Okay, so that is known as, from out of 3, 1 is down and 2 epics are up, right? So this is known as majority function. So majority function means your 2 epics which are in the majority are up. Okay, so what is gonna happen is your nothing is gonna happen. Okay, you will have majority, and if one of your epic fails, then you will have, if you are only having 3 epics, then you will have a time to change it. Okay, meanwhile your epic number 2 and 3 are running. If you are having more than 3 epics, so where any of your standby epics, you can promote it to the active. Okay, but what is going to happen is, if your 2 epics are down, okay, so if 2 epics are down, then out of 3, 2 epics are down and 1 epic is up. Okay, so this is what is known as minority. minority function. Okay, so now your cluster is in the minority. So what is gonna happen is your fabric will still work. Okay, but now you will lose the write access. So you will have only read-only access. So now nothing new, you cannot configure it out of it. Okay, because now only one epic is there and two epics are not up. So your sharding will not happen. And this is why they only gonna be read-only access, so no configuration change, but your data plane and control plane your data plane and control plane is not on the epic, right? That is on directly on your spines and leaves. So nothing is going to happen to your data, okay? Or whatever is running, automatically it is running. What is going to happen if all of your three epics goes down? What do you think, guys, can happen?
It's complete lockdown in there.
Sorry?
It's complete
I
down.
Still control and data plane will work.
So what is the end result?
Management will be down. We cannot do
Control plane is
anything.
down, but data plane is still up.
So your management will be down. So that means you're not able to log in. Okay. But your data plane and control plane still is gonna work fine. Okay. So nothing is gonna happen to them because that is out of the box. Okay. Your data plane and control plane traffic is not coming to the epic. Okay. So this is what happens. Okay. Now, so this is related to your epic and sharding. Now let's see what is going to happen if my spines or leaf is going to down. So for example, this is the topology I'm having where I am having spine 1 is spine 2. Okay, which is connected to my.
Sharding is like 32 kind of services or how it is?
Yes, so 32. So all the configuration, whole configuration is going to be divided into the 32 shards, which is like one shard is going to be one service, you can say. Okay, so that is an important question as per interview point of view. They're gonna ask, like in interview, a lot of people gonna ask what is epic sharding and all that stuff. Okay.
So like in
More detail of
DNS
the
center,
sharding.
we have
Sorry.
some in DNS center, like there is some services running on one node, some services running on another
Right.
node. Is that
Same.
same concept?
Yes. So here also you will have leader for some epic is like one particular epic is going to be leader for some services and it is going to be follower for other services. So it is basically to divide the load of your services. Okay. But the services are running on all the epics. Okay, but active one is on the leader.
We need to know a little bit more about the sharding for the course or the for the exam, or does it not really matter? You just need to know basically what sharding is.
So sharding is dividing your configuration, your services into different epics. Okay. Now, for example, particular service, LLDP service, it is running. Okay. So for example, it will go, okay, it is just my example. Okay. So for example, it goes to your shard number 1. Then what is going to happen is it's going to be replicated 3 times. Okay. So it goes to all of your epics, but active is going to be on the leader. Okay. Same way, all the services goes to different epics. Got it now?
So we are saying here, sorry.
Sorry.
No,
is the
actually what
shard the services? Is it the shard the services? Or like the protocols that run on these epics? Because you said
sorry,
an
again.
example as it being like a EDP. So meaning that CDP also is going to, or something else also is going to run on another shard. What is it actually?
So basically, your whole configuration that you are doing, okay, that is what it is divided into different services into the shards.
Is the services
Okay.
what's running on the APIC or services what's running on the spine and leaf?
So a complete fabric configuration you can assume, okay, which is running, which you are doing is dividing into this.
So we are saying, suppose we have three APICs, right? So each APIC is having 32 shards, right? So
Yes.
all these 32 shards will replicate to other two APICs also.
Right.
Okay.
So Shank, I have a question here. Like if Epic one, like for example, if it is running, if it is a leader for around 3 shards, and if it is down, is there a way like we can find out like what all the services it is leader, like which services got affected? Is there a way?
So nothing is gonna affect because you are having the replicated copies. Those gonna be automatically up. Okay. So affection is not gonna happen.
Okay.
How frequently this replication is happening? Actually?
So again, if you will talk about the epics, so they're gonna exchange your heartbeats per second. So 3 heartbeats they're gonna exchange per second to check the availability of the epics. Okay. Exact timers of what is the replication. So I think when you do any changes and all that stuff, then only I think they are doing the replication. I'm not sure about the exact timing.
Okay, so it is not manually we are selecting this.
You cannot do anything. Yes,
Okay,
it is not
so
configurable. It is behind the scenes.
the leader and follower, we are not manually configuring anything, is that?
No,
It is an internal
no.
function. Okay.
Till now, there is no feature which you will decide which is going to be leader and all that stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So automatically behind the scenes, it's going to be happen.
I think the first one in the cluster will become leader.
Sorry, no, it is not exactly like only one epic is going to be leader for every shard. So shards
I mean, while
basically,
configuring the first epic which we configure, it will become leader, I think. Huh?
yeah, if you are only having right now like one epic only, then it's going to be leader after eventually when the other epics come, it is going to be changing the leaders and followers. Okay, guys. So now after this,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I missed this because I think what I know of is that the Epic doesn't have direct connectivity to each other. So how would one know that this Epic is down? Not sure if I
so
missed that
Epic
part.
is not having the directly connectivity with each other. They are having the connectivity via the leaves. And there is a protocol which is going to provide the heartbeats and all. Okay, so it's going to discover each other via ISIS and LLDP protocol.
Okay.
So I am coming on that part. Just give me a second. I am coming on that part. Okay, how they're going to discover to each other. Okay, guys. Meanwhile, before that, these are your spines. These are your leaves. So if, for example, this is my topology where I'm having 2 spines. So if one of my spine goes down, then my bandwidth capacity is going to be reduced to half. Okay. And if both of my spine goes down, then what is going to happen?
Total network down.
Okay, so your total fabric is going to be down then. Because leaves will not have direct connectivity to each other. Everything is going via spine. Okay. Now, what is gonna happen? So my spines are back again. Okay, so let's assume they are back again. And I am having one host which is connected to leaf 1. Okay, and host which is connected to my leaf 2 and one which is in the VPC. Okay, so if my leaf 1 goes down, guys, what is gonna happen?
Orphan, whatever H1 is there, that will be losing the connectivity, and H2 will be it's up. Means as a single connectivity which is connected to the L2, it is still having a connectivity to the network.
So basically, what is going to happen? Your H1 is going to lose the connectivity because it is only having one uplink. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and for H2, if it is in the VPC or even if it is in the active standby state, okay, without VPC as well. So then also your active goes down, so your standby is going to be up. Okay. So both the cases, if you are having dual home connection, which means if you are connected to 12 leaves, so whatever the leaf goes down, what is the single host, single home connection, that is going to be affected only. Okay.
Shang, how
So
we
that
can
is,
do VPC if the leaves are not connected to each other?
so again, there is a modified version of VPC. Okay. You are talking about this peer link, right? So here your
Yes,
peer
yes,
link is
correct.
not
Normal
there.
access.
Yes. So this is normal, like normal VPC rules will not follow. What is going to happen is your peer link and peer keep alive connectivity is going to be provided via the spine. So this is this link. Okay, this is what I am drawing in the red. This connectivity is going to be provided via peer link and peer keep alive. So both of the things is going to be provided via this red link. Okay. So normal VPC rules will not follow. Okay, I'm going to talk about this when we are having the VPC section. I'm going to draw it the complete way. Okay, so you can create a VPC here as well. You can create VPC over VXLAN as well. Okay, so
So this
VPC.
VPC is called any new another name is there, or just normal VPC only we call it as?
Yes. So yes, it is. We called it as a normal VPC.
So that normal VPC, this is like latest version, or that old VPC version will not work here?
So again, what is the version of VPC? We are having only one version of VPC.
No, you told this is the latest version, and
No, I'm
that
saying
normal rule will.
normal rule
Yep.
means whatever you are reading in the Nexus part, right? So Nexus
Okay.
VPC, there is a modified thing. Okay, means your peer keep alive and peer connectivity that is going through the spine here. So no link needed between your leaf to connect and to get the peer link and peer keep alive. Okay, that is what I'm telling. So again, the version is going to be same, only the implementation is going to be different.
Okay, got your point. Thanks.
Okay, guys, any other question?
I guess you're going to get onto the layer 3 part of it now. You know what IPs these APIs are going to be connected on, etc.
I'm not getting what you're saying, Mia.
So you know the APIs. So what IP address and subnets are they going to be connected to, or is that going to be automatically done by the ACI, so we don't have to worry about that?
Sorry, still I didn't get it. Anyways, you can write it in the chat if there is something.
Now I'm asking about the IP addresses, you know, the layer 3 connectivity. So the IP addresses of APIs and stuff. What subnets are they going to be on the same subnets, or is that going to be all decided between the APIs and something?
So so I'm gonna come on the Epic and I'm gonna comment on the subnets and connectivity. Okay, we're gonna see that things.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So now we need to understand our fabric discovery. So, for example, let me draw the target topology that I want to have. So this is one spine, this is leaf, this is leaf. Okay, leaf one, leaf two. Right now I'm only having one spine. Okay, I just want to clear you about the discovery process. This is my epic 1. This is my epic 2. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to achieve. So what is going to happen is uh, your things is going to go step by step. Okay, I'm going to tell you where it is automatic, where it is manual, but it is going to be step by step. Just a second. Okay, yeah. So for example, right now you have done the physical connectivity like this. Okay, and you have done the rackings and you have done all the cablings and all that stuff. Initial APIC configuration means there are a lot of things you need to give, like your IP subnets and all that stuff. We're gonna see that in the lab. Okay, I have a lab for that. So your APIC is up. Okay, so what you need to do is first you need to discover your first leaf, which is connected to your APIC. Okay, so this is my first leaf, which is gonna be discovered. So what is gonna happen is, okay, this is the manual process. I will go into, so let me see. Okay, first I will tell you, then if time we get time, so I'm gonna show you this process, okay, today itself. Otherwise, next week we're gonna see that process. Okay, so what is gonna happen is once we log in into our Epic via our Epic, we're gonna configure our first leaf. Okay, so there is a tab where we're gonna go and we're gonna discover our first leaf. Okay, we're gonna give the details of our first leaf. And then as soon as we give the details, okay, what is gonna happen is your LLDP packets is gonna start exchanging, okay, which is gonna use for the neighbor discovery. Okay, so here your LLDP packet is gonna do the neighbor discovery for you. Okay, this is the first thing is gonna happen. Then what is gonna happen is after this is gonna happen, your leaf is gonna get the IP address, which is known as tap IP. Okay, so tap IP is tunnel endpoint IP. Do not worry about it as of now. But this is what it goes. It gets via, there is a DHCP server process which is running on your Epic. And initially when we configure the Epic, I'm gonna show you all these steps. Okay, guys. So do not worry, just try to understand. Then I'm gonna show you all the steps. Initially, when we are setting our initial configuration, so we're gonna tell everything. We're gonna tell about this range as well. For example, I give this, okay, 10008. So then this, my DSCP is gonna start giving the IPs from this range. Okay, so this range we're gonna specify. Multicast range also we're gonna specify. I'm gonna tell you later on why we need a multicast range and all that stuff. So once your leaf is gonna be discovered, right now till at this point, you will only see this leaf, okay, in your inventory. You will not see any other device. So you will get the IP address on this leaf, okay? And once you get the IP address on your this leaf, after that, it's gonna check if any software upgrade is needed, okay? So if it is needed, it's gonna do it. If it is not needed, it's okay, okay? Then it gonna goes to a next device which is connected, okay? So then you need to define your next device, which is gonna be spine. Okay, so it's gonna discover your spine. So you need to put the entry manually of your spine. Okay, and then it's gonna do again the same thing, LLDP, and it's gonna discover your spine, and it's gonna provide the IP address to the spine. Okay, so every device, whether leaf or spine, is get a unique IP from this pool. Okay, which you configured in the initial Epic configuration. Okay, so you get that things. Okay, so after that it's gonna discover your spine. After spine it's gonna discover your next leaf. Okay, so after you configure, you get this leaf, then it got the IP, and then it gonna discover automatically your second epic, and then your epic is gonna exchange your heartbeat between them automatically every 3 seconds. Okay, so they're gonna check the connectivity between them automatically, and automatically your IS protocol is going to run between your leaf and spine, okay, which is going to provide the L3 connectivity. Automatically your VXLAN is going to run between your leaves. Okay, so you will have the VXLAN between your leaves, but actual tunnel is going to form when there is a data traffic. Okay. So VXLAN is enabled, but your tunnel is going to be formed when you will have a traffic. Okay. So these things is going to be automatic. Okay. Now related to epics, you need to provide the, when you put it first time, you need to do the initial configuration in all of your epics via the console or management port, whatever you feel comfortable to connect it. Okay. And you need to provide some values which is going to be same. Otherwise, they not be able to understand each other like they are part of same fabric or not. Okay. So what are those things like your infrastructure VLAN, your fabric domain ID, your epic IDs. Okay. This is what you need to define. So I'm gonna take these things. Okay. So your fabric names, your tab address range, your clusters, all those things you need to specify first, and then they're gonna discover to each other. Okay, guys. So this is what it's gonna happen. Anyone
Shank,
having
one
any
question.
question? Yeah.
Yeah, from each spin, each span we will have two link to each leaf, right? So, so each link will have one IP address.
So again, the address is gonna go. You're gonna get it on your leaf directly. Okay, and then it's gonna copy it as a unnumbered to your loopbacks. You know the concept of unnumbered?
No.
Okay, so when we do it the lab, I'm gonna show you. There I'm gonna tell you what IPs and how it's gonna get it.
So there will be a between span and leaf. How many? For example, between one single span and single leaf, how many IP address will be there?
So again, your main IP, which is gonna be configured, which is from this pool, is gonna be get it to the particular device only. Okay, after that, it's gonna borrow that IP from the unnumbered. So all, no matter how many interfaces are there, they can use the same IP. That is the concept of IP unnumbered.
Okay.
Okay, like suppose if one of the leaf switch got rebooted, and after that discovery, so it is taking DHCP server, no, like a DHCP IP from the Epic. So will it take the same IP from the Epic?
Yes, it's gonna get it the same IP because they're gonna maintain the mapping with through the process.
I have a question. So you have A1 and A2, the Apex set up, right? So when it actually does the fabric discovery, how does A1 not take over than the A2? So could they be doing fabric discovery at the same time? Could they be giving out the same IP addresses to the two different leaps at the same time? So how do they know not to overlap each other?
Not to overlap what IPs?
So when you do the fabric discovery, so you have APIC 1 configured as well as APIC 2. So when they do the fabric discovery, do they do fabric discovery at the same time? How does
No. So
one
what
know
is gonna
not to
happen
wait?
is I gonna log into Epic 1. Okay. So if I log into Epic 1, I gonna start my fabric discovery from Epic 1.
Oh, so you start it
because
manually, so you don't do automatically.
yes,
Once you do the start of wizard, you have to start it manually. It's not like automatic process.
So yes,
I see. Okay.
So we need to do it the wizard. Okay, so I need to give the address of my leaf one first.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks.
So the order of operation is that you first of all enable your first leaf, right? And then what you enable you do your first spine, and then it goes on, and then your second leaf.
Yes.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, thanks.
So let me see. Just give me a second, guys. Meanwhile, if you have any other question.
Hello.
Yes.
So in basically to form underlay and overlay, that is VXLAN and ISIS, it will use single set of IP. That means any 10 dot range or any private range. So only one set of
Yes.
subnet is enough to form all this.
Yes. So only one subnet is enough.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a doubt. If say for example, if you configure A1 with an specific IP, private IP, and if the device of the leaf and or spine whatever restarts, will it get the same IP? If it not get the same IP, obviously the entire configuration has.
So again, that is what I already answered. That they gonna get the same IP related to A1, A2. Whatever the IP we give, that is a manual IP that we give it on A1, A2. The rest other things is gonna get it via DSCP, but they get it the same IP when they reboot. Okay, guys, I'm trying to access to show you this initial discovery. Just give me a second.
Hello, Shank. Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Actually, I missed your yesterday class. I watched today online on your LinkedIn profile. I am in the network journey profile. So I have one or two questions. See, this normally in the 3-tier we connect firewall on the top right. That the traffic will go from north to south or south to north. But in this architecture, how the user traffic will go and the where the user PCs or will be connected into the leaf or it is a design
It
for only
is.
data center.
Yes. So basically, first of all, it is a design only for data center. Okay. Because for branch solution, if you want to go with the SDN solution for the branch, then there is a solution which is known as SD access. Okay. So
That I got
ACI
that
is
point.
only.
I mean, these servers are there, right, in the leaf. It is connected to leaf, right? So how the user
Yes.
will access it?
So everything is going to be connected via leaf only. Your firewalls is also going to be connected via leaf.
And the user PCs?
User PC is also going to be connected via leaf.
Okay, so the traffic will go from user PC to leaf to firewall. Then it
Yes.
will go to spine
So
again, leaf like that.
basically, here this 2-tier architectures is used to optimize east to west traffic, not to south.
Okay. So for example, if we have this spine leaf in the data center and we connect firewall to one of the leaf, then we can connect the user from another side through the VPN. That is also possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is normally designed for east to west traffic, heavy traffic.
Yes. Then we are having advanced designs as well, where you connect the things with the spines. Okay. So again, that is if you are connecting
Yeah,
two
I
different
guess Newton router
data
is connected
centers
to
and
spine, right?
no,
Or a border router or Newton router have the concept.
that is gonna go to your border leaf. Okay, in normal
Right.
designs, so not to the spine.
Okay, for example, if we have data center where we have spinal leaf structure, okay, where servers are connected to the leaf, and we have like second floor, third floor, So can we connect another access switches there where our users are sitting to these leaf switches?
Yes, you can connect it via leaves only. So that is known as L2 out. There's a connection of L2 out you need to do. There's a whole set of configuration. So that is the external connection for your ACI fabric. Okay, everything which is gonna be outside of this region is gonna be external connection.
So that do you call as a L2 out, huh?
Yes, if you are connecting it via to the switches, if it is a L2 connection, then that is known as L2. If you are connected to the WAN router or firewall or whatever it is, then it is going to be via L3 out. Firewall is the total different concept. That is where you connected firewalls, your load balancers, and all that stuff. That is going to be between. That is known as your from L4 to L7 connection.
Okay. So that is called L3 out. You mean the people will access over the VPN only because they are not in same location. So we can call
Yes,
it as
that is
L3 out.
L3 out is going to be when your IPs are involved and you are taking a layer 3 connection to the external outside your external fabric.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so let me check.
One more question. For example, if we don't have Epic controller, we just have spine and leaf. So all this VXLAN and ISIS we have to do manually. So there is no concept of automation, I think.
Yes. So then again, even the terminology is not exactly spine and leaf. You can call it whatever you like. Like in two tier also, you can in traditional networking as well. You can make it two tier, right?
Yeah, yeah. So once Epic only come, then it will become ACI. We can term.
Right. So ACI is a different, altogether different OS, right? That is different
Yeah.
from your Nexus OS.
Okay.
Okay, so just give me a second. Let me try.
So here the connectivity diagram will be opposite, huh? First spine, then leaf, then firewall. Like in traditional, we have firewall, core switch distribution. Here the spine, leaf, then firewall will come, and the load balancer, all thing.
If it is not the ACI, then you can connect your firewall with the spine as well in the normal two-tier architectures, right? There you can do it.
Okay. So if it is ACI, then the topology will be like that: spine, leaf, and the network component.
Yeah. And related to the yesterday, you can see the recording in YouTube as well. There's a NetworkJourney channel over which you can see the yesterday recording.
Yeah, I saw your recording yesterday, but
Okay,
because I didn't attend live, I couldn't ask the questions.
Okay. So guys, backend is doing the configuration like it is putting the things up. So meanwhile, if you are having any other questions related to the batch and all that stuff, you can ask me. So it takes a little 2-3 minutes more to set it up.
Shank, I have one question. Like, if we are having one running with only one Epic, like how many devices it supports? Leaves or
280.
Single
Up
Epic.
to 80 leaves.
Okay, single Epic.
Yes.
Okay. Even if we have 3 Epic, it supports like 80 into 3 or like, or it's how that is.
So up to 80 only it goes. After that, 5 epics up to 300, then 7 epics more than 300 leaves.
Okay. Which one actually defines the number of leaves it's supposed? Like, is it the software or is there any limit on the hardware? Like, do we need to change the hardware of Epic or
No,
server?
so no need to change the hardware of Epic. It's like when you increasing the Apex here, so it is increasing your scalability, not redundancy actually. Because anyways, 3 Apex is gonna be active only, even if you put 7. Okay.
Shang, when we bring this AP up, so the DSCP will be activated in the controller 1, right? So if we start the controller 2 and 3, then the DHCP will come there also, or it will be disabled automatic?
Whatever the epic you're gonna start, the DHCP is gonna be that epic. You're gonna start it at one point. Okay, so if you are starting it from epic 1, you're gonna start it from epic 1 discovery, whole discovery.
So you mean after entire fabric discover, we have to turn on the epic 2 and 3, so it will replicate after that?
And even before doing that, turn on, you need to, like after turning on, you need to configure the configuration as well. You need to give the same pool and all that stuff. Okay, guys, so it is up. So actually, this is not the plan to show you today. Okay, but just I'm showing you the discovery part today. So initial epic discovery and the process that we're gonna configure, I'm gonna show you that thing in the next lecture. Okay, once we started with the labs. Okay, so this is something extra I'm just showing you. So after this, this is the management IP. We can see it in my browser, which we give it as a part of initial config. Guys, those who are not speaking, put your mic on mute. Thank you. Okay, so this is the management IP. Okay, we have configured initially Epic is gonna ask you the username and password as well. So backend team already configured it, which is okay. Let me put that username password.
Hello, Shank.
Just tell me.
I think your voice is not coming.
Yeah, I'm not speaking even. So right now, just give me a second. Okay, so once you log in, this is begin first time wizard, which it's okay. I don't need this, so let me close it. Okay, so first I will tell you this is the Epic One GUI dashboard. Okay, so this is what it's look like in the initial. Okay, right now we are only having one Epic. Okay, although in the lab I am only having one Epic. Okay,
Shashank, one question.
Yes.
What is the difference between this Epic and there is something called NDFC Nexus Dashboard Fabric Controller something?
So
I think
that
before
is used for your Nexus devices. This is what we use it for ACI.
that is dedicated for an access only. Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So after this, we are having this as a dashboard. Okay. In top of it, you will have the health and all that stuff. So this is going to be populated once you add your devices into it. Okay. Then on the right side, there is a faults which is coming. You're going to see these faults and all that stuff. Okay. So this is what you are having controllers. So let me just go to your topology section. So it comes into the fabric, inventory, and fabric membership. Okay, right now we not have registered any of the nodes. Okay, so all is blank. So what is I gonna discover the first one. So this is what a manual process is there.
What
on
is
it.
pod one?
So pod is basically your rack, you can say it like that. Okay, so pod holds your racks. So it is a what you can say a cabling type of term. Okay, so pod
So
right
if we
now
have
is one.
one rack with two leaf and another rack with another two leaf,
So
so it is
it is
like pod one,
basically a
pod two.
logical container. Okay, you can make it one rack into one pod, two racks into one pod. It's your choice. It is a
It's just
logical
grouping.
container. Yes, grouping of your racks. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna discover the leaf.
Do we need L3 out for inter-pod communication?
So we not discuss that. This is advanced thing. Just wait for the right time.
Okay.
Okay, so you will go into the nodes pending registration tab. So you can see that first leaf is it is showing you with the help of LLDP that this is the leaf. Okay, but it is not in the registered node. Okay, so we're gonna click on register. Okay, we're gonna give it a node ID. So again, any node ID you can give above 100. So 101 leaf, whatever the leaf number, leaf name you want to give, like for example, leaf 101, it is a row of leaf. Then you will have a, if you are having the rack name and all that stuff, you can create it or you can put it. Click on register. Okay, so now it's gonna start registering it. So after some time, you will see that it will goes into your register node. So right now it is doing your registration process. It is, you can see from the unknown, it's changed the status to the discovering. Okay. So after that, sometime it's gonna give the IP and all that stuff, and then it's gonna. So right now you can see it is gonna remove from here, and you will get it here. Okay, it's gonna define your model, pod, all that stuff, and this is the IP it got. Okay, so this is the IP it assigned to this leaf. Okay, 10.0.136.64 with /32. This is your tap IP. Okay, for this leaf. So it is still in the discovering phase. It will soon be change the status. Meanwhile, you can see now once your first leaf is discovered, after that you're gonna see the spine. Okay, so let it be complete the discovery process. Okay, so now status is active. That means it is fully discovered. After that, you will have the next one, which is the spine, which is discovered. Okay, so now you're gonna register this spine. So let's take spine with the 201 ID. Okay, ID you can select it as per your nomenclature, whatever you like. So now it's gonna do the same process for that. Status is right now unknown. It's gonna goes to discovering. The other statuses are it can go to unsupported. If your OS is not supported for the ACI, it can go to the unsupported. Okay. If you will have no IP connectivity, it can go to the inactive state as well. So there are different states for your different status. Now in the registered, now you can see your spine is in the inactive, but soon it's gonna be active. So it is, I think this is due to the lab only it is happening. So unless until, so again, it is going, after this, it's gonna detect your second leaf. Okay, so once let it finish the whole discovery. And you can see like whatever the IP it's gonna start it in the sequential manner where it's gonna give the IPs to your devices in the sequential manner. And this is also guys, right now it is automatic manually also you can configure if you want later on. So meanwhile, let me configure this one as well. So 102.
Your spine came active.
Leave 102. Okay, so now it is active. And we have done this as well. Okay, so it is going to do the discovery of this one. So once it do it, you can see like, first of all, it is showing image as inactive, but after some time it's gonna be active. Okay, so this is how they're gonna do the discovery. Okay, right now I don't have the second controller, so it's not gonna discover the any other controller. Okay, this is the only controller we are having. So this is how the complete discovery, first of all, you need to do of your fabric. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna go with the further configurations. So after you're done with the whole discovery, okay, you're gonna configure your policies. So if access policies is for the access port, which is going towards your host, servers, all that stuff. Fabric policies are the policies which is gonna be between your spine and leaves. Okay, then virtual networking is the tab where you're gonna configure if you want to connect your hypervisors with the ACI environment, with the ACI leaves. L4 to L7 is when you connect your L4 to L7 devices, which can be firewall, load balancer, all that type of stuff. Okay. Then administrative, for doing the administrative tasks, AAA, your rollbacks, import, export, okay, updates, you're gonna use this task. Operations to do the troubleshooting, endpoint tracker, all that stuff. And then this is the main tab, tenant tab, where you're gonna create your bridge domain. So again, this is what I'm not gonna talk about right now, because some of you will know about EPG bridge domain, but a lot of people will not know. Okay, so do not worry about that. So here all the logical configuration which is gonna placed on the ACI, we're gonna put it. Okay, so these are the different tabs you are having. Okay, so this is what, now you can see that this is the whole discovery which has happened. If I click on the topology, it also going to show me the topology. Right now there is one controller. Okay, so
Is this a
you
virtual
can,
lab or is it a physical stuff that you actually have?
it is a virtual lab. Okay, so this is your epic.
Is this something we could do on our own gear, or you need licensing from Cisco?
So again, if you want to do it, you need to have a valid image and all that stuff. Okay, then you can do it. You can check it up, the things related to this.
Okay, but it's not like SD-WAN, right? You need licenses, right? You could do that if you have the images.
You need a licenses in SD-WAN.
Well, I'm asking about ACI. Do you need licenses as well, or you're good with if you just have images?
So some licenses you need. Okay, so you can need it for doing that. So guys, this is how the topology is there, and you can configure it. Okay, and yeah, so that's all I need to tell you. So you guys are having any question, we can connect it with in the 5 minutes.
Could you speak a little bit about the compute resources? How much you need to run this lab in on-prem yourself?
Hello. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm back. Actually, I lost the connectivity. Yeah, tell me.
I was asking if you could actually speak to the lab. If I wanted to run the lab on-prem myself, like how much resources do you need on the compute side?
So again, I think it is around 32 GB of RAM you need, okay, and 8 core CPU or minimum 6 core CPU you need. Okay, but we're not going to provide you any other like any image, okay? So you need to find the images and all that stuff yourself. If you want, you can access it on our servers that is 24/7 available.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Is the cheat sheets available now for the people who have already registered?
What cheat sheet?
I mean, not the cheat sheet, the lab access, for the APIC, is that available now?
No, so we're gonna provide the lab access from next Wednesday, okay? Because right now I'm gonna do this complete lab starting from the scratch, okay? So we're gonna do it on next weekend. So before that, even if you are having the lab access, that is no use, right? So again, we're gonna start giving the access from the backend from the next Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, any other question before we wrap up?
Yeah, to upgrade the ACI image, like we can do from the CLI as well as from the GUI, right?
Yes, but mostly 90% of the things you need to do it via GUI. And here the things is you need to create odd and even pairs and you need to upgrade your devices accordingly. Because odd and even means like your leaf 1 and leaf 3 is gonna upgrade first and then your leaf 2 and leaf 4. Okay, so you need to decide which leaves are gonna be odd, which leaves are gonna be even, because if 2 leaves are in the VPC, so you don't want to upgrade both of them at the same time.
Right, right.
Because there is gonna be a restart when you do the upgrade. Okay, so you need to carefully select your devices according to your connectivities. Okay, guys, any other question? Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, for joining today. And this is going to be a last class for the people who not you're just enrolled. So from next week onwards, we're going to have the logged meeting. So those who are you guys not enrolled yet, there is a link in the chat. You guys can enroll it. Okay. And there is a WhatsApp number as well as email as well. Okay. You can talk to the backend team and NetworkJourney. You can connect it and then we're going to go ahead with the complete course. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining today. Have a great time. We're going to meet it on the next Saturday at the same time, 6:30 p.m. IST, and we're going to do the labs and all that stuff. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
समझा करो बात को, पापा का ऑफिस का टाइम चल रहा है, जब ऑफिस का टाइम होता है तब थोड़ी पापा करते हैं, हमारा को दूध पिला दो। जब पापा मम्मा जाती है तो आप नहीं जाते, समझा करो, वहाँ पे काम करना, मम्मा की जगह नहीं जाते आप कभी।